Now we are going to solve question number 3 of exercise 3B from D2. Seventh edition. I'm going to solve its part B first, which is negative 3b square plus 76b minus 25. Now we need to compare it with the general form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c. In this case, the variable involved is b. So b square is actually x square and b is just the replica of the variable x. So if you compare their coefficients, the coefficients are going to be a negative 3, b is 76, and c is negative 25. Now we need to have the product a times c. A times c, that is negative 3 times negative 25. So that will give us negative and negative positive 75. Positive 75, we need to have the middle term to be positive 76. One thing is that for 75, we can have 75 times 1, which would be 75. And if you add them, 75 plus 1, you can get the middle term 76. As far as their signs are concerned, we discussed this thing in question number 2 and in question number 1 in detail, that whatever the factors we choose, out of those factors, the larger factor needs to contain the same sign as the middle term. Since the middle term has got positive sign with it, so if I do it, positive 75 and positive 1, you add them, you get the middle term. You multiply them, positive 75 with positive 1, you get positive 75. That means the product AC. So these are the factors straightforwardly that can be made. So 75 and 1 are the required factors. So I'm going to solve it now. I would retain the first term, negative 3b square, and the last term, negative 25. Then for the middle term, I can write it down as plus 1b and then plus 75b. So taking common from the first two terms, now you can see we can have negative b common from this term and this term. So we are left with positive 3b inside the bracket and then negative 1 from the second term. Similarly, from the third and fourth term, if you pair up them, we are having 25 common. Since this is positive 75, let me write down positive 75. For that positive 75, I can take common positive 25, so that within the bracket, I'm left with positive 3b and no change of sign for this negative 25. It would be negative, but 25 ones are 25. So 1 is going to be the common factor. Now, as we discussed this thing also in question number 2 and 1 also, that if your answer is going to be correct, that means you would be having a common factor in these two terms. So that's what we have got in this case also. So it would be 3b minus 1 taken as a common factor, and negative b remained from this, and positive 25 from this. So that is going to be 25 minus b, or we can write it down negative b plus 25. That would be the same. So negative 3b, positive 3b minus 1 times 25 minus b. That is how you factorize it. Okay. In the same pattern, we can do other parts also. Let me solve its part number D, for example. Part D is 5d squared minus 145d plus 600. Now again, we are comparing it with the general form of the quadratic expression. So the value of A is 5, B is negative 145, and C is 600. Now doing that, A times C, 5 times 600, which is 5, 6 are 30, and 2 zeros for this. 3000. AC is 3000. Now from this 3000, I need to have 145. Okay. For that, let's have the prime factorization of 3000. 2 1500s are, 2 750s are, 2 3s are 6. So now you cannot divide it with 2. So for 3, 7 plus 3, that is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay, that means we can divide it by 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. 3 fives are 15. But further, we cannot divide it by 3. So it would be divided by 5. 5 twos are 10. 5. Okay. Now, these are the factors or the prime factorization of 3000. Out of these, we need to have 145. Okay. Let's figure it out by hit and trial. If you see, these are 125 and 3 twos are 6. 6 twos are 12. 12 twos are 24. 125 and 24. This won't be the case, like for example, it won't be the middle term 145. Okay. We can try to figure out something else. 5 twos are 10. 10 twos are 20. Okay. Then 5 fives are 25. 25 threes are 75. And 75 twos are 150. 150, and no, that isn't the case also. Now, this is the hit and trial method we need to follow, like to figure out 145. So this would be done in the same pattern. Okay, we can find out, or we can pair up some more factors out of this to have this prime factorization and the middle term done. Okay, if you just do it, 5 threes are 15, 15 threes are 45, 45 twos are 90, 90, and 5 twos are 10, and 5, 50, 50 and 90. This won't be 145. Okay. That means we need to figure out some more possibilities. This is what I'm just going to tell you, that this is what you need to have by hit and trial. So you need to figure out which possible factors can you make to combine it in the form of uh, two factors of the middle term. Okay, if you just see 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, and 8 threes are 24. And this is 5, 6, 30, and 145. Okay, that means we can uh, not be sure for this 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, now rethink this question once again. 5d square minus 145d plus 600. If you see, all of these terms are multiples of 5. So can we take 5 common out of these? Yes. And also this would simplify the question also. 5 twos are 10, 5 nines are 45, d, and 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 120. Now you see, now within this bracket, this is another quadratic expression with the value of a, that is the coefficient of d square, 1, b is 29, and c is 120. If you just now consider it, a times c, 1 times 120, that is 120. So this is how you can come up with this thing, that, for example, if the factors are not coming up, you need to think it like whether there is some other way you can find it out or not. Rather, it should have been the first step to consider it, like, since all the coefficients of the terms are multiples of 5, that means all of them are divisible by 5. So we could have taken 5 common at the very beginning also. Okay. Now for 120, we need to have the middle term to be 29. So again, we need to do the same procedure. 2 60s are, 30s are. So I need to have 29. So 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8, 8 threes are 24. 24 plus 5. Yes, that is 29. So our factors are 24 and 29. And again, doing it with the same procedure. 5 would be the same. The first term would be the same. The last term would be the same. And the out of these factors of 24 and 5, the larger factor 24 would be having the same sign as the middle term. Since the middle term is having a negative sign, so that means 24 has to have a negative sign with it. And since AC, that is 120, it is positive. To make it positive, that means I need to have negative sign with 5 also. So that would give me negative 5D negative 24D. Now, with this thing, 5 would be common as it was already taken common in the first step. Now, from these two terms, combining these two, D is common and then D minus 5. Minus 24 can be taken common from this. And you know that 24 5s are 5 4s are 20, 5 2s are 10 and 2 12, 120. So that means D can be taken common and then minus 5. Again, you need to observe that D minus 5 is a common factor that has come common. So you can have D minus 5 common from this. This is D, and from this is negative 24. And all of them are having 5 as a common factor. Now, for this answer, you can see there are 3 factors of the final term. One is 5, second is D minus 5, and the third is D minus 24. These are the 3 factors of the given expression, quadratic expression. So this is how you need to solve them.